Okay, let's take a look at yesterday's VLOOKUP problem. So we had to search for an employee ID, and the employee ID was going to be listed in this table here, and in this case we're looking for E038. So the first thing we need to do is use a VLOOKUP. So we're going to use the VLOOKUP by trying to find the name of the individual that is E038. So we go to the f of x, and we can either type in VLOOKUP, we can look for lookup and reference, or if we happen to have it recently used, it'll be here, and I found VLOOKUP. And the first thing it asks for is a lookup value, so we're going to be looking up E038. It's asking us what table or where are we going to look that up. So we have another table. In this case, it's another workbook. And what I need to do is highlight all of the information of the names and the ID numbers and the state and all the regions and departments. So I found all that. And it turned out that I had that named called EmpInfo. And again, it needs to either be named, ideally, or it has to be a fixed address with $signs around the column letter and row number. Otherwise, when you copy down the formula for other employees, it's not going to work. It's going to give you information below the table. So then the next thing we need to find is the column index number, the name. So we go back to our listing of all the employees. This is column 1. Again, it doesn't have to be an A, B, C. It could have been moved over. It doesn't matter. This is still column 1, column 2. So the column index number is 2, and it turns the name of Shannon Lee. So Shannon Lee is E038. Now, if we happen to go back, let's just go there too, and then we're going to go back to our names. And if we look at E038, we're going to see that's David Ford. So I have Shannon Lee, but it's supposed to be David Ford, so this is not correct. One of the things we need to do is look at this last range lookup. It's a logical value to find the closest match in the first column, sorted in alphabetical or ascending order. This is what we normally had used, which is true, or omitted. Find an exact match equal false. I'm looking for an exact match. So when I type in false, boom, David Ford, which is my correct answer. So David Ford is E038. I click OK, and I have the name. Now, if we copy this across from David Ford over to department, notice that it's looking up now B6. So that's not what I want. So in order to keep it in column A, I can simply go up here, hit the F4 key, and make it so that the column is always in A. And when I copy down, it'll only change the row number, which is what I want. So now if I copy across, I get David Ford, but now I'm looking for department. So I go back, and department 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I change this to a 5. And then I can copy this across. And earnings is going to be in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Column 6. So I change that to a 6. And last is region. Copy that across. Region 1, 2, 3, 4. And we change that to number 4 for column 4. And then if I go back to my listing and I want to find somebody in E037, E037, I can simply copy down, and it gives me the right information because now it's looking up, again, $A7, and that's the correct cell. So it's staying in column A. I'm only adjusting the row number to give me each person. E011, copy it down, so far so good. E0 99. And again, if we copy that down, that's a move. There we go. There we go. So we get NA, meaning it's not listed in the table, so it's warning you that. Okay, so that was the VLOOKUP with an if statement. It shows you that you need to use it when you're trying to find an exact match. You need the false part in the last position for the actual VLOOKUP. And if you have a search that it's not found in the table, which doesn't need to be sorted in any way, it comes up with an NA. Okay, so that's the use of the VLOOKUP, and it also works the same way with the HLOOKUP.